Good evening and welcome to our 2024 graduation ceremony. I'm Tracy Nixon, principal at Northside High School, and I'm glad to see all of you here tonight to recognize and celebrate the class of 2024. Thank you to the county commissioners and the members of the Board of Education who have joined us tonight. Congratulations to you, seniors, for putting forth the effort to make it here tonight. I hope that you have made wonderful memories with your classmates, teachers, and coaches during your 4 years as a Northside Panther. Before we begin our ceremony, I'd like to go over a few house rules. Due to fire code, guests must remain in their seat, and if you exit the ceremony, you will not be permitted to re-enter. If you have a cell phone, please place it on silent at this time. And out of respect for everyone, please don't cheer or shout as the graduates are recognized, because there's a person behind them that would like their child to hear their name. This is the graduates' night to shine, and all attention should be on them. They've worked really hard, and they deserve to hear their names called. Everyone, please rise for the posting of colors.
Halt. Left. Haste. Present all.
Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. All. Right. Haste. Forward. Halt.
You may be seated. I would like to invite Augustus Michael Van Sant, Senior Class Treasurer, up to the podium for our invocation.
Let us pray. Dear graduates, parents, and honored guests, as we gather to celebrate this momentous occasion, let us take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought us here and the promise of the future that lies ahead. We give thanks for the strength, perseverance, and dedication that each student has shown. May this graduation mark not just an end, but the beginning of new adventures filled with opportunities, growth, and fulfillment. Let us honor the hard work and support of families, teachers, and friends who have helped shape these young minds. May the path ahead be bright, and may our graduates be guided by wisdom, courage, and compassion in all their endeavors. Amen.
It is my privilege to recognize Northside High School's North Carolina Academic Scholars for the class of 2024. To be considered a North Carolina Academic Scholar, students must have a cumulative unweighted GPA of 3.5 or higher. They must also complete a series of college preparatory courses, including 4 English courses, 4 math credits, with 1 being a higher level math, 3 science credits, with 1 being physics or chemistry, 4 social studies credits, 1 health and PE, and 2 world language credits. They must have also completed 4 elective credits in 1 area and 3 higher level credits taken during their junior and senior years, which could have included honors, advanced placement, dual enrollment, or advanced career and technical education classes. Seniors, as I call your name, please stand at your seat and remain standing until all names have been called. And once I've called all names, we'll give them a round of applause. Claire Elizabeth Allagood, Audrey Catherine Armstrong, Brandon Warren Author, Anna Claire Barrett, Abigail Marie Bass, Isabella Grace Boykin, Alexa Jaden Clark, Michaela Jordan Clark, James Wilson Cleary III, Madison Grace Crisp, Aiden Cooper Evans, Charlie Fisher, Stephen Tate Gibbs, Griffin Boer Johnson, Jamie Blair Major, Gavin Harold Moore, Mason Steele Newman, Tucker Page Proctor, Evan Mitchell Robertson, Casey McKenna Rose, Lauren Elizabeth Rouse, Shiloh Michelle Smith, Anna Douglas Taylor, Augustus Michael Van Sant, Carol Verdine Ordono, Kayla Marie White, Summer Nicole Whitley, and Keenan Faith Warlick. Please congratulate them and give them a round of applause. You may be seated. I would like to take a moment to congratulate the class of 2024 for being awarded over $2 million in scholarships. This shows your commitment to your community and education. Congratulations, class of 2024. I am honored to recognize the third and fourth academic ranks of the senior class of 2024. Please stand when I call your name. The senior who's in the fourth in the academic rank in the class of 2024 is Jamie Blair Major. The senior who's in third in academic rank in the class of 2024 is Ava Ray Poole. Please stand. Congratulations. Tatum Dawson Hawkins Biggs, the student body president, will now give the class message.
Fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and friends, today we stand on the threshold of a new chapter in our lives, ready to enter this new chapter with excitement and nostalgia. As we prepare to leave this place that has shaped us in so many ways, we can't help but reflect on the journey that brought us here. We have shared countless moments together, growing side by side like the roots of an old tree, tangled and intertwined. Even as we move forward, the bond we have formed will remain a part of us. Growing apart does not change the fact that for a long time we grew side by side, and I will forever be grateful for that. Leaving a place that we've called home for so long was never promised to be easy. You get a strange feeling when you're about to leave a place. Like you'll not only miss the people that you love, but you'll miss the person you are now at this time and at this place because you will never be this way again. This rings true for all of us. We are not just saying goodbye to our friends and teachers, we are also saying goodbye to the versions of ourselves that we were here. The halls that echoed with our laughter and the classrooms that we learned in will soon just be memories, places that we can visit but never truly return to. When I was told that I would be giving this speech, I was instructed to keep my speech broad enough to include everyone, without mentioning specific events or people. This was the challenge to me at first, because how could I not mention all the detailed memories I have here at Northside with some of you? Then, as I wrote my speech, I realized that I could never leave anyone out. As your student body president, I have always loved each and every one of you. Whether you're one of my best friends or someone who wasn't fully confident what my name was until they announced it a couple minutes ago, I have spent my high school years working behind the scenes to make yours better. I know that in order for me to be here in this position, it took your vote, and I have never taken that for granted. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your unwavering patience and support throughout this journey together. Whether it was your class president, battle director, or even as just your friend, it has been an honor, and I hope that in some small way I have made you proud. The idea of leaving my childhood behind is not new. I have spent 18 years of my life trying to be okay with the fact that humans fade in and out of each other's lives, and no matter how I think about it, I can't make it sound romantic or poetic. To those who have already passed through my life, and to those who eventually will, I love you and I miss you, and the back door will always be unlocked if you ever feel like coming home. We are starting to become aware that time passes, things change, people leave, and you can only go back to a place physically. You will never be 14, 15, or 16 again. The number of hours that we have together is actually not so large, so I urge you, linger in the doorway uncomfortably instead of just leaving. Please forget your scarf in my life and come back later for it. So I think here is where I will leave you. It has come to seem that there is no perfect ending. Indeed, there are infinite endings and beginnings, or perhaps once one begins, there are only endings. But with every ending comes a new beginning, and with every goodbye, a promise of a hello. Congratulations, class of 2024. May your journeys be filled with infinite beginnings and the courage to embrace each one of them. Thank you.
This year, there are 2 valedictorians for Northside's high school class of 2024. It is an honor to present you Lauren Elizabeth Rouse and Mason Steele Newman. At this time, Lauren, please join me at the podium.
Good evening, everyone. As you can tell, I'm a little sick, so please bear with me as I try to get through this as smoothly as possible. I want to first start by thanking all the family members, friends, and teachers here tonight. It is through your help and dedication to our education that I and my fellow graduates can say that we did it, so thank you. Most importantly, I want to thank God because I know that without Him, I would not be standing up here tonight. For the last 4 years, we have grown at this school, learning much more than just English, history, math, and science. We've learned the obvious things like the square root of 64 is 8, pay attention in class, and do not wait until the last minute to do an assignment, although most of us tend to forget that last one. But while here, we've also learned things that no one tells us we'll learn. Things like life isn't always fair, mistakes are inevitable, and sometimes it will feel like you're fighting an uphill battle all alone. It's in these moments of adversity that we discover our true strength. Today, I want to remind all of you here that no matter how bad something seems, there's always an opportunity to learn and to grow. I know many here can recall a time when you felt alone, a time when it seemed no one cared to understand the battles you were facing. Fellow graduates, during our new endeavors, whether it be continuing our education or starting a new job, times like this are inevitable. It's in these moments of solitude that we have the opportunity to discover one of life's most valuable lessons, the importance of standing up for yourself and your beliefs. You must find the courage to be your own advocate and believe in your own worth and capabilities when no one else will. Most importantly, lean on the Lord and trust that He will guide you in the right direction during these times. As stated in Isaiah 41:13, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, 'Do not fear, I will help you.'" Standing up for yourself won't always be easy, and many times it will be one of the hardest things to do. It will require resilience, courage, and a firm belief in your potential. It also means pushing forward when others doubt you, standing up for what's right when no one else will, and holding solid to your values and beliefs when the world tries to sway you. Today, as we celebrate our achievements, remember the hardships that brought you here. Honor the strength you found within yourselves, the courage to stand tall in the face of adversity, and the determination to keep moving forward when the road was rough. Fellow graduates, remember that we are not defined by our struggles, but by how we overcome them. Remember Romans 12:2, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Our high school journey has taught us that we are capable of so much more than we ever imagined. It has taught us that we have the power to rise above challenges, shape our own destinies, and create a bright future full of promise. As we begin this next chapter, remember the lessons you have learned. Continue to stand up for yourself and what you believe in. And finally, face each new challenge with the same courage and resilience that brought you here today. Thank you, fellow classmates, for the amazing memories, friendships, and lessons over the years. I pray that you all keep the Lord close to you and lean on Him during challenges. Take peace in the fact that He is always there to listen and to love. Good luck with all your future endeavors. I know you'll all do great things. Thank you.
Mason Newman, please join me at the podium.
Good evening, staff, friends, family, and class of 2024. As first-time graduates, I feel legally obligated to say the word COVID. Yeah, that happened. Now that that's over, today is the day that we are becoming alumni of Panther Nation. In the floor tonight, we have state championship finalists in multiple sports, future service members, fire lyricists who double as celebrities in their free time, future nurses and doctors, ESPN broadcasters getting their start in that corner over there, and future business leaders and farmers of America. I found myself last Wednesday signing yearbooks with the acronym HAGL, short for Have a Great Life, instead of the previous HAGS, Have a Great Summer, because for the first time in 13 years, we won't be coming back in the fall to express how our summers went for the first day icebreaker questions in each of our classes. As for next time, for some of us, that'll be shared with new faces in new places. Getting to this moment would not have been possible without the help of those along the way. I want to start out tonight by thanking all the parents, grandparents, and other family members that have supported us throughout all of our endeavors. There truly are no words that can equate to the love we have for you all. I would be remiss if I did not give Jesus a shout out, since getting me here today was nothing short of a group effort. I'd also like to thank all the teachers, administrators, counselors that have guided us at any point over the last 18 years of our lives. There aren't many professions that have more of a profound impact on who we become as contributing citizens to society, and we are extremely grateful for all of you. I specifically want to say a thank you to Mr. Van, who I've had the pleasure of taking 3 different classes with. He's definitely one of the favorites for students in this building, and for good reason. Although that AP World Summer Reading assignment going into freshman year, I think still stands as the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Thank you to Ms. Schulte for being the light that you are to everyone around you. It's crazy how much of an impact you've created on me in the 10 months that I've known you, to have not even been a student of yours. Your work ethic and drive for everyone else's success is incredibly evident. Working with you alongside the other science department teachers, Ms. Johnson and Mr. Kreider, has been a highlight of my senior year. Thank you to Ms. Van Sant for always encouraging us to be the best future business leaders we can be. A testament to the plane we got to catch 3 weeks from today. Which reminds me, it's not just a free trip to Universal. To my classmates, please don't become strangers to me or to each other. Text us about the new friends you make at college or work. Call when you need someone to talk to. Say something when you see each other in the grocery store. Wave if we pass each other on the road, and invite us to your weddings and baby showers. You all are going to do some amazing things, I have no doubt. At the end of the day, all I hope is that none of you are pilots for Spirit Airlines. Now, to quickly end these remarks, I want to do some reflecting, as I would like for you all to answer to yourselves. Did this happen in the first month of kindergarten or the last month of senior year? Up first, I have drawing superheroes. To your surprise, this one actually belongs to the last month of senior year. I can only hope that Fetty Feathers earned a spot on the wall in room 208. Next up, facing the real world. This one applies more to kindergarten because a big yellow bus coming at you is very intimidating as a 5-year-old. And finally, struggling with the existential crisis of whether to be a surgeon or a man who wears a suit when I grow up. You see, this one actually goes to both, so clearly I've made no progress over the past 13 years. Anyways, my reason for doing all this is that we're all still kids moving into an unknown life ahead for us. So for that reason, I'm not going to stand here and give unsolicited advice about when we're all in the same boat. After tonight, we will board new ships, all sailing in different directions. While I might not be the best source of wisdom, Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World never disappoints. As he once said, believe in yourselves, dream, try, do good. And boy, are we about to meet the world. Also, the clock is running, Tatum, so we better go ahead and start our reunion. Congratulations, class of 2024.
At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Anthony Bailey, our assistant principal, to the podium for the presentation of the diplomas.
All right, here we go, class of 2024. Sierra Jordan Adams. Claire Elizabeth Alligood. Audrey Catherine Armstrong. Brandon Warren Arthur. Jason Philip Askew, Jr. Anna Claire Barrett. Nidra Marie Barrow. Abigail Marie Bass. Wyatt Forbes Berry. Shane Thomas Biggs. Tatum Dawson Hawkins Biggs. Colin Edward Bowen. Deasia Diamond Bowen. Isabella Grace Boykin. Oscar Ray Brooks. Landon Jermaine Buck. Daniel Landon Cahoon. Keith Michael Canlett, Jr. Ayana Shamir Carter. Emily Grace Cherry. Hunter Blake Crispin. Alexa Jaden Clark. Michaela Jordan Clark. James Wilson Cleary III. James Allen Cochran. Jamie Edward Corprew, Jr. Madison Grace Crisp. Emma Michelle Davis. Miley Jaden Davis. Valerie Dubetskaya. Aiden Cooper Evans. Emma Catherine Evans. Charlie Fisher. Cody Cruz Foster. Austin Garrett Frazier. Faithful Noel Fulcher. Megan Brooks Gibbs. Stephen Tate Gibbs. Tyler Chase Gibbs. Madison Dawn Gibson. Jayshawn Jamari Gorm. Wesley Monroe Herring. Heath Lee Hobbs. Griffin Bower Johnson. Mariah Lene Jones. Gabriella Augusta Jordan. Liam Michael Lincoln. Jamie Blair Major. Robert Michael Mariner, Jr. Michael Joe McBride, Jr. Maya Grace Mixon. Gavin Harold Moore. Tyler James Moore. Tadeja Monique Moore. Mason Steele Newman. Natalia Ayana Ortega Leggett. Ava Elizabeth Persons. Ava Gray Poole. Tucker Page Proctor. Mason Paul Respis. Evan Mitchell Robertson. Jacob Edward Robert, Jr. Adrian Rodriguez. Casey McKenna Rose. Lauren Elizabeth Rouse. Gavin Chase Sawyer. Kylie Jean Scott. Edgar Sevilla Solis. Landon Trey Shiver. Kaylee Dawn Sitterson. Noah Rain Slater. Deshaun Alexander Smith. The one and only Jackie Leonard Smith. Shiloh Michelle Smith. TJ Squires, Jr. Gavin Wayne Story. Tyler Andrew Suggs. Eva Nicole Sutton. Anna Douglas Taylor. Augustus Michael Van Sant. Jesus Velasquez Garcia. Carol Verdine Orlando. Alondra Guadalupe Villaray Reyes. Dylan Keith Waters. Jackson Dean Waycaster. Devin Cato Paul Wichard. Kayla Marie White. Summer Nicole Whitley. Taylor Elizabeth Willard. Ashley Jade Woodward. Charlie Gray Woolard. Keenan Faith Woolard. Last but not least, Mr. Wade Braden Woolard. I would now like to invite Dr. Matthew Cheeseman to the podium for the turning of the tassels. Yes, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matthew Cheeseman, Superintendent with Beaver County Schools, and how blessed I am to be. And congratulations to you, the class of 2024, and I pretty much stand in the way between you and that door. But I also want the parents to understand, I just experienced, and if you saw it closely, the greatest anxiety that your child has had in 4 years was coming up those 4 steps. Right? Once they got to the top is when they started to smile after they realized I did not trip or fall. But as we demonstrated, we'd catch you if you did. All right? So with that, there's a few things. So you've had some really great speeches tonight, and I hope you have a fair amount of takeaways from those. And for each of those who gave a speech, I tried to stop them here and really tell them that I connected with their speech. So I know a fair amount of people have talked to you. So at this time, I'd like to talk to the families. Congratulations, you've graduated today. Good for you. That's right, give yourselves a round of applause, you made it. But also, I'd like to share just a little bit of knowledge for you. And I'd like each and every one of you in the stands to have this consideration moving forward. So graduates, you're in the age of social media, and you're in the age of swiping a card, and you may not know what 4 quarters are. But I think everyone in the stands knows what 4 individual 25-cent pieces look like. Do we agree? All right. So mom, dad, families, let's talk about 4 quarters and what this should mean to you moving forward. So graduates, 34 years ago, I sat in a similar position. I was ready to graduate like you. And surprising to you, I'm not from here, but I was a part of the class of 1990 at Penns Grove High School in Salem County, New Jersey, southwest New Jersey, 30 miles short of Philadelphia. Awaiting my name, go Birds, awaiting my name to be called, just like you right now, awaiting for me to have you turn your tassels, so many memories going through your mind. And very shortly, that's what they'll be. They'll be memories. I recalled winning a South Jersey varsity baseball championship. I recalled winning a gold medal for speech and academic decathlon and placing in the top tier for bands in Atlantic Coast Championship as I played trombone in a marching band competitively. All the high school experiences turned to memories immediately after my name was called as I walked across the stage, just like you did, and I received my high school diploma. 4 years completed. 4 years completed for you. Congratulations to you. I'm very excited. As the Penns Grove High School graduation was held in mid-June, it was not long between graduation and my next adventure, which, blessed enough, third of 3 children headed to college. Fast forward, traveling to college in August 10th, 1990 to be specific. Families, think through this. We traveled in 2 vehicles, a van with my mother and father carrying my belongings, with the state-of-the-art things such as a mini fridge, a microwave, a first aid kit, not sure why, a window fan, and plenty of notebooks and school supplies is what my parents provided me. The second vehicle was my 1984 red Ford Escort hatchback, and the passenger was my high school girlfriend who was entering her senior year. My parents believed this would be our final trip together. Prior to leaving the house, Mom looked at me, sincerely, and she placed 4 quarters in my hand and wrapped my hand around these 4 quarters. And she said, "Matthew, use these 4 quarters when you go over the Delaware Memorial Bridge as you head out of state," as I went to college in Pennsylvania. I deposited those 4 quarters into that basket perfectly, and the toll gate arm lifted, and I drove on to my new destination. 4 quarters. That's all I had to pay to get out of the state of New Jersey. Fast forward, after unloading my belongings into my new dorm, meeting my college roommate, and touring the campus, my parents and high school girlfriend prepped the van for the ride home. This would be her final ride with my family. After starting the engine, my father embraced me. I was the last of his 3 children to go to college. I'm the last out of the house. Mom had already changed what my room was going to look like. But my father pulled me aside and he said, "Make yourself proud, make yourself happy, and build relationships." So let me say this to you. Make yourself proud, make yourself happy, and build relationships for the rest of your life. Family, friends, where does this come in place for you? My mother walked to me, and she asked me to join her at the passenger door, of which I did. And Mom handed me 4 quarters in my hand on the campus of Delaware Valley College. I paused and I looked at her and I said, "Look, Mom, you gave me a meal plan for college. I don't need 4 quarters for snacks. I just swiped the card." My mother, who was 4'11", German descent, she hugged me with her arms all the way around when people used to be able to do that. She looked up into my eyes and she said, "Matthew, put these 4 quarters into your wallet. Families, please give them 4 quarters." And I said with my New Jersey accent, "Ma, what do I do with 4 quarters if I'm having an emergency?" "You can come home." Your children should be able to come home for the rest of their lives. And please do that for them. So relationships matter to all of you. The relationship with you matters to all of them. But how you build relationships as the class of 2024 with your family, your current and future friends, community, and future employers matters. How fast you build that relationship in an interview or spontaneous meeting will provide the foundation for future opportunities. So as I conclude my little speech, Mom, Dad, uncles, family, business partners, whoever's in the room, love these kids for the rest of their lives. And to the graduates, you are someone's child. At 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, you're always going to be someone's child. That bond between families should never be broken. And when it's strained, love each other harder. And to that, I finish with, build relationships, learn to cope, keep your head held high, figure out what matters most to you. Families, help them figure out what matters most to them, and listen to them when they tell you what matters most to them. And focus on what makes you happy. And remember, you may not need 4 quarters to come home over a bridge, but you can always come home. And so with that, the class of 2024, I ask you to rise. And mom, dads, everyone in the community, I get to do something you can't do. I have the best picture in the house. Thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, grab your tassel, and you may now turn it across your cap. You, on behalf of the state of North Carolina, Beaufort County Schools, and the power invested in me, I now declare you graduates of Northside High School.
I would now like to invite Tucker Page Proctor, Senior Class Secretary, to the stage for our benediction.
Can you please join me in a closing prayer? Gracious and caring God, I ask that you bless all us graduates as we go into our lives after high school. Help us realize that the plan you have for us is the best thing we could ever ask for. Help us live exactly the way you want us to and make us proud in every task we wish to accomplish. May you bless all the graduates and the families for accomplishing this great milestone, and help us realize that whatever hardships we go throughout our future lives, the friends we have made here will always be there for us. Continue to inspire everyone here as they embark in a new journey in their lives. Please help everyone in the room know that no matter what struggles they are facing, they will always be welcome here and you will be with them. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Thank you for spending the evening celebrating these students and their accomplishments while attending Northside High School. Parents, thank you for helping your graduate become the person they are today, and please continue to encourage and support them in their future endeavors. Graduates, I imagine many of you are thinking these last 4 years went by too fast, or you thought they would never end. Either way, you've earned the honor to graduate tonight and to go out in the world to make your mark. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, do not go where the path may lead, go instead where the path and leave a trail. I now proudly present you the Northside High School Class of 2024 graduates. You may rise. Yes, please remain in your seats while the graduates walk outside. Please remain in your seats.